Oh, hello. Welcome to Gourmet, the channel where I cook my way through all the cookbooks I own and have never used. We are still working with delicious Disney, though we're getting close to being done. Today, we're going to make some Disneyland Hush Puppies. Really, I chose this recipe because I'm having kind of a busy weekend, but also I love a good Hush Puppy, so I thought we have to make it. Let's get started. To start this one, we're just going to get a couple of our ingredients ready. We need a tablespoon of cooked, finely chopped bacon. So I've got my pan on. I'm just going to go ahead and get the bacon started. And while we do that, we're going to get our other ingredients ready. I need a tablespoon of finely diced shallot. So I am going to get my shallot ready. I need to dice the shallot. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't need that much shallot, but it says it needs to be finely diced. So I'm going to attempt this and see if it works. You know what I should do, though? I should do this. We're going to see if this works. It may or may not. I don't know. Okay. We've got our bacon finally started. Okay, that's definitely a tablespoon. That's probably more than a tablespoon, honestly. But let's go ahead and just kind of run the knife through it a couple times. So I almost didn't make these Hush Puppies. I thought, like, as a video, this recipe is kind of simple. And I don't know how involved it's going to, like, how long or involved it's going to be. But I love a Hush Puppy. Like, I don't really make them. I actually don't know if I've ever made Hush Puppies. But I couldn't say no to this recipe. With our diced shallot, we need 1.5 teaspoons of finely chopped parsley. So I just went ahead, you know me already. I got the pre-packaged Italian parsley from the store. And I am just going to see how much I think is 1.5 teaspoons. It's really not that much. I also have to, like, not let the bacon burn. Okay, I think that's going to be fine. That might be a little bit too much, but we already know I'm not measuring. My only concern with this recipe is that I don't think I'm going to be able to make circles very well. I think I'm going to have trouble forming these. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting to see. But here's that. I'm going to go ahead and just turn off the burner for the bacon really quick. And I'm going to flip it over. We definitely want this to be crunchy. So we're going to let this cook for a little bit longer. Pretty much this is all we have to chop once the bacon gets done. We're going to kind of get off the fat and chop the bacon to get a heaping tablespoon. So we've done it. We have cooked our bacon. I went ahead and chopped it. We're going to go ahead and measure out some of our dry ingredients first. I'm going to add in my tablespoon of shallot. So I've got my tablespoon measuring spoon. I almost called it a measuring cup, but that's not right. And I'm just going to call that a tablespoon of shallot. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the bacon, which I think I will need all of the bacon. Yeah. There's our bacon. I'm just going to, a little extra bacon never hurt anybody, you know? And then I'm just going to put a pinch, that feels right, a pinch of parsley. I'm going to move this out of the way and wash my hands really quick. Now we're going to measure out, get our measuring cup. We need a cup of flour. So I've just got the, like, regular unbleached all-purpose here. Let's measure out I should maybe move this a little bit. Let's get a cup of that. There we go. A cup of flour. Now we need a cup of yellow cornmeal. So this is what I got just from Publix, some plain yellow cornmeal. I'm gonna open that. Wonder, okay, great. So it's immediately better than flour because there's not cornmeal all in the fold of the package. But let's get a cup. Oop. There we go. A cup of cornmeal. We have our shallot, we have our bacon, we have our parsley. We need 3 tablespoons of white sweet corn. So it's not corn season. So I just have this white sweet corn here, and I'm realizing I need to cut it open and I need to rinse off my tablespoon. Okay, so now I don't know about, where everybody else is, but I know where I am. If it's not corn season, they don't typically have fresh corn. So it's always frozen in the bag corn. And I don't, that might be a mistake, but I have to do what I can. But I went ahead and did 4 tablespoons instead of 3 because it's 3 heaping tablespoons. It doesn't seem like a lot of corn, but I guess these are not corn fritters. They are just Hush Puppies. And that's what I have to remind myself. And then we need, where are we? We need 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder. So I'm going to go ahead. Here's my teaspoon. I feel like that's 1/4. And then I need a teaspoon of sugar. Let's open up our sugar. Get out our teaspoon. Oh boy. I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have wiped it off. You know what? That's okay. There's just a trace amount of baking powder in the sugar. Let's go ahead. We need 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I'm going to say that looks good. And then we need 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Perfect. Now we can move on to our wet ingredients. So we need 1 egg. And I'm going to wash my hands. Got our eggs. And then we need 3/4 of cup milk. So I'm just using this Fairlife milk. It's what I've been using recently for making my ice creams and stuff. It helps that it's lactose free. But we're going to go ahead and add in 3/4 of a cup. There we go. And I'm going to put the milk and the eggs away. And we'll keep rolling. I think that's, we're pretty much almost ready. I love this recipe. So I cleaned up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and whisk together my egg and milk. Make sure that egg yolk gets popped. There we go. I'm just going to kind of mix the dry ingredients together a little bit. And then we are going to pour the milk into our dry ingredients. There we go. And we're going to give this a stir. And then once this kind of comes together, we're going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. The book says no longer than 15. So I'm thinking 10 will probably be fine. Oh, look at that. I'm just so excited to eat these. I have nothing to eat these with. I didn't think about making a dinner with this. I'm just purely going off vibes on this one. This looks so good. We're going to set a timer for 10 minutes and let that sit. So I'm realizing I should have done this while we had our batter waiting. Oops. But we need to add in 4 cups of corn oil. The recipe says corn oil or shortening. I went ahead and did corn oil. I am just going to add it straight into the bacon grease. I know that's not what they want, but I wasn't going to clean the pan and just to add in some corn oil. So this is just what I bought. I'm going to go ahead and measure out 4 cups. And we need to get this to 350 degrees. So I guess this is a pro tip for everybody, but heat your oil while you have the dough resting, because It's definitely been over the 15-minute rest period for this batter, and there's nothing I can do about it. But our oil is just about at 350 degrees, so I'm going to get this ready to plop in. It says to carefully spoon a ball about the size of a large olive oil, of a large olive, which I know this is not, but I'm just trying to get any sort of shape that's maybe resembling a ball. These are going to be terrible. I can already tell. This is not my forte. What if we just, I don't know. You know what? We're just going to stick it in. These don't have to be pretty. They can be ugly. And we cook turning once for 3 to 4 minutes. Wait, that one's actually not bad. That one's kind of a circle, except it definitely got stuck on the spoon. The recipe does say you're supposed to get like 1.5 dozen or 2.5 dozen out of this. Mine are going to be so much more big. We are not making olive-sized things at all. We're just trying to make circles. Okay, I'm going to do one more, because I think we kind of have it down now for what we want. I think the size is maybe a little big, but like I said, I'm trying to get the shape. Okay, that one's not bad. Great. Ooh, look at that. It looks good. All right, let's go ahead and flip the first one. Why not? Oh, we lost a piece of corn. I'm sorry, corn. We'll take it out. I do have 2 plates back here with some paper towels on them that I'm just going to throw these guys on when they're finished. Okay, that honestly, it looks great. I'm going to set it to the side. I'm so excited. They feel good. They feel like, this is going to sound weird, but they feel hollow, which sounds bad, but I think it feels like a Hush Puppy, if you catch my drift. I'm going to go ahead and try, well, those have like a minute left. I'm going to try to make another one. There we go. That feels pretty good. It definitely takes me way too long to, oh, look. It looks so bad. That's okay. Well, I'm going to finish up frying all these, and then we get to try them. And just like that, we're finished. Here's what our Hush Puppies look like, which you kind of already saw, but gotta say they look good. I did drizzle honey on these two, but I kept one plain, this front one, just so we can try like a plain one. So I'm just going to try both. That's a good Hush Puppy. Let's try one with honey. That's how I prefer my Hush Puppies. I think they always come out like slightly a little dry. And that's kind of every Hush Puppy I've ever had. But let me try it with honey. That's it. Well, these are great. I'm so happy with how they turned out. To be fair, I only got like 12 out of this recipe. I know the recipe says you're supposed to make 2.5 dozen. I did not get it, but I'm one of those people, I will never get the amount of something that the recipe says out of it. So like when it's a cookie, when it's a cupcake, I'm always, if it says 12, I'm always down by like 3 or 4 cookies. I knew I wasn't going to get the same amount of Hush Puppies out of this that the recipe says you should, but what are you going to do, you know? I think these are a perfect size Hush Puppy though, the ones that I made. They're about like 3-4 bites a piece. And that's the kind of Hush Puppy that I want. I know for sure. An olive, a Hush Puppy the size of an olive, I don't want that. So yeah, but let's get into this. Let's start ranking it. The ingredients, super easy to get, and I didn't really even have to buy that many. I I think I only had to buy 4 ingredients for this. Everything else I already owned. Um, the recipe is super simple. It's easy to make. Even the cleanup isn't that bad. Um, so honestly, I think this one gets a 10. I really like it. I think it's spot on for a Hush Puppy. I think they're really good. Now I'm like, what do I make that is going to have Hush Puppies with it? I feel like I need some, I don't even know what, some nice southern dish. Um, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I would recommend these. These are great. I'm so excited to just eat these. Bye.